This is a live interview with Richard Boyle, candidate for the Board of Governors of San Bernardino Community College. Richard, I understand that you had a problem at a debate at the college recently at Crafton Hills. They were denying students availability to be able to come in and listen.
That's correct, Ken. Students were kicked out of the cafeteria before the debate, and students who came to the debate were barred because the college is on probation and could next year lose accreditation. And they did not want the students to know that or hear the debate about that because they wanted nobody to know what was going on. They had their hand-picked candidates and their hand-picked audience, and they would not allow any comments from the audience. They just totally wanted to control it. It was like a Potemkin Village debate.
That's a violation of constitutional rights.
Of course, it's a violation of the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and also a violation of the Voting Rights Act. Yeah, you cannot prevent students from attending a debate in which their future is being discussed. The footage you're about to see, they tried to take away from our campaign photographer. They only wanted their own photographer to document this event.
Have you filed with the Registrar of Voters?
Yes, we've made a complaint with the registrar and also the FBI.
We need more of that. We need truth in politics. We need honesty more than ever now.
Thank you, Ken.
My pleasure, Richard. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming here, and I want to encourage you to ask questions about really what's on your mind, because I want to hear from you. I've heard from the other candidates, but I want to hear from you today. Thank you very much. Well, I've had a varied career. I've been a screenwriter. I got an Oscar nomination for the film Salvador based on my experiences as an NBC and CNN reporter in El Salvador. But my most rewarding job was working as a national security advisor for Congressman Pete McCloskey, who ran against Nixon for president. I helped Pete expose the crimes of the Nixon administration, the graft and corruption. And I'm seeing right here some graft and corruption. I invite you all to read an article in the Highland News. It's on the back table there. And the headline is College District about to sink like the Titanic?
Sir, I can't, no campaign literature until after the end.
Well, no, I'm trying, because I was not, Steve, as you know, I was not good in the, my biography was not good in the thing. So
that's true.
I just want to tell the students that it is available.
You do have a chance to close
Okay.
the doors.
All right. Well, as I was saying, I don't know if the lady and gentleman on this panel have read the Accreditation Commission or have spoken with the Accreditation Commission, which I have. I read both the Accreditation Report, and I've spoken extensively with the Accreditation Commission in Nevada. I'll read you what they say. Crafton Hills College has yet to adequately define its leadership roles or place enough emphasis on the relationship between evidence, program planning, and resource allocation. In other words, Crafton Hills College is on probation, and next January could actually lose accreditation, as has Compton College. Now, this is extremely serious. The incumbents on this board, and I also will say the president of this college, has not, according to the Accreditation Commission, done their job. Now, you can say, as I'm sure the captain of the Titanic said, there's nothing to worry about, icebergs. Well, there is something to worry about. The college could lose accreditation in January. It could be kept on probation, or it could be taken off probation, given a warning, or be taken off completely. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. A lot depends on you and the outcome of this election. But to deny that there's a problem, I think, is not looking at the 800-pound gorilla in the room, which I think a lot of the administrators and some of the incumbents and candidates have done. I am not going to ignore the 800-pound gorilla in the room. For example, the $332,000 spent for an outside consultant named Matthew Lee, who is kind of like Bell guy. At least the guys in Bell work full-time. And yet, to hire Lee, they've closed 10 classes in this college, and they're planning to close more. In fact, incumbents on this board voted to give this guy Lee, and the total bill for outside consultants was $2 million. That the bill for travel to Hawaii and Myrtle Beach was $800,000. These ballot statements cost $44,000. You all got your, did you ever here get ballot statements? These cost $44,000. For that $44,000, we could have put in 5 new classes at Grafton Hills College. When I talk to students, I hear over and over again that when they cut classes, like here, they cut out 10 classes last year and they're planning to cut more. That when you need classes, like my wife who was taking child development, that you need certain amount of units to get your AA and then transfer on to a 4-year school. When they cut out classes, that really hurts students. And I think it's outrageous, but they take money. For example, they illegally stole, according to the state chancellor and the auditor, $25,000 from CalWorks money meant for child development. They took that money and spent it somewhere else. $5,000 for Evil Twin Booking Agency, whatever that is. $7,200, according to the budget, for a lunch at the Hilton Hotel to discuss child development. And while they're spending this money wasting it, they cut out classes. Textbooks have gone up 250%. You all probably know that. And many of your textbooks cost over between $150 and $200. And frankly, from what I've seen, they're not worth a tenth of that money. And I went to the grand jury last year and testified about a conspiracy and collusion between book publishers and administrators, which basically ended up in gouging students. If I'm on the board, I'm going to call for an investigation by the grand jury. I'm going to cut out the waste in outside lawyers, outside consultants, travel. We're going to spend the money on the classrooms, and we're going to hire more teachers. And when they say the teachers were not fired, that's simply not true. I will point to the case of the great deaf sign language teacher, Mark Shibuchi, who was fired. And I went to bat for him. And we want to get him rehired, and we want to get the other teachers fired, rehired. So when they tell you they didn't fire teachers, don't believe them. And also, one of the candidates here last week said he wanted to get rid of all adjunct professors. Now, that's a bad idea. That would triple the budget. We need adjunct professors because they bring real-life world experiences to the campus. I think we need at least 30 new classes in this campus, and the same number at Valley. I think we need more class. I think we need a sports program. I think we need to expand child development. We need to, one program I've been pushing very hard for is the Helmets to Hard Hats program, which would give jobs, would give training for guaranteed jobs for returning veterans. They would learn trucking industry, construction industry, and this would cost the taxpayers not one single nickel. And the best part, are there any veterans here? Well, I'm a veteran. I was wounded twice in Vietnam and I was POW. It would give veterans a chance to go to college and be paid to go to college without any cost to the taxpayers. Now, these are the kind of programs I think we need. Let's dare to dream great things together. Let's strive to make this college the best community college in California. That's my goal.